What's up, everybody? This is my channel, Revolutionary Nightmare. And basically, I come on here because I'm done with the bullshit and the lies, and I'm just here basically to speak the truth. Uh, just talking about what's been going on, conspiracy, just life in general, anything that really comes to mind. You guys want me to talk about too? I'm open. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe to this channel. I'm not here to really piss you off. I'm not here to really make you happy. But if I do any of those things, oh fucking well, at least I guess I made you feel something. Um, and really, I'm just on here. It's not really about me. It's kind of for the greater good of things. I'm Revolutionary Nightmare. You know, I am bisexual. I'm actually married to a woman. So then a lot of people say lesbian. I just, and kind of dudeish clothes. I've always been somewhat of a tomboy. Long story short, I'm pro-black, pan-Africanist, anarchist, communist, all the good shit. So I really am an advocate for the people as well. And I'm gonna get into a lot of intricacies and whatnot later in my channel. But for right now, I just want to focus on the topic at hand that we have today, which is 5G technology. Um, 5G is standing for fifth generation right now on our wireless phones, our wireless devices. Oftentimes, when we're using mobile data, we see the 4G symbol, which is fourth generation technology, which uses a completely different frequency, completely different wavelength, completely different just everything to transmit these signals and even keep your wireless network speeds going and growing at the same time. And I know they often throttle down to 3G, but they're saying that we won't really see that with 5G in the future. And so basically, I want to talk about how the fuck they're going to advertise this shit, because it's really a mind fuck what they're doing here. And if you don't like profanity, I'm kind of like, fuck you. Uh, but at the same time, I hope you hear this out. I ain't trying to scare nobody off. So yeah, and I did take some notes. It's some nigga nerd shit. I work in tech actually, so a lot of the shit that I'm gonna say, or I did work in tech, a lot of the shit that I'm gonna be talking about is familiar to me. I'm not just here just to be spitting out of my ass. I'm a big researcher and all the shit. You'll find out on my channel more about that later. But yeah, so yeah, let's talk about 5G. So 5G, basically, like I said, it's the upgrade. So we went from 3G to 4G, which is LTE, to now 5G, which is supposed to be, I believe, 100 times to 200 faster than 4G. And I'm going to tell you how they're going to execute this. So some of the things that I want to point out that they're going to tell you is the uptime is it's constantly up. You don't really have to worry about so much about loading mobile data because everything's going to be 10 times quicker. You'll be able to control things, devices, AI, robots, all kinds of shit. Yes, literally robots. We're talking about surgeons controlling 3 robots at a time doing the same surgery. So you'll be able to control things simultaneously. It's good for VI, not VI, VR, virtual reality. They're trying to really push virtual reality with Oculus and all kinds of shit. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a gamer, you know sometimes they offer these virtual reality lenses and glasses and shit to go with your mobile devices. All this shit is to get you prepared for 5G technology, quicker speeds, keep your world automated so you're not in touch with the real fucking world, and they can bring you into this virtual land where you want more and more and more and more. And keep your social media live streaming, keep you sharing your information with their singularity programs, their artificial intelligence robots and shit, and all the likes of that. So one of the things that I did is I actually watched the advertisement, and I believe the advertisement actually came from Digital Trends, which is, alarming. A lot of people are clinging to the shit, watching this shit, and thank goodness the YouTube comments down there was actually telling the truth about 5G. So shout out to those people commenting on that video. But I'm gonna give you some quick facts. So 5G has more bandwidth, so you're able to connect more devices to one port without any lag, which is great. So it's like if you have a router in your house and you're able to connect 8 devices at the same time before you have to bump one of them, or you're able to stream 4 devices on a high-speed video gaming bullshit like that. Basically, you'll be able to connect much more. Maybe you'll connect all 8 this time at the same high speed video game, and it'll be working out for you. So that's basically all that is. Like I said, they're talking about this thing in the Digital Trends Act. They talk about imagine self-driving cars going 200 miles per hour while you're basically on your phone, texting your friends, scrolling social media, playing your little video game, and all the shit. So basically, they're talking about putting you in this virtual world, this space age damn near, where you're completely controlled by technology and the devices, including your fucking car going 200 miles per hour without you touching the wheel, right? Because they're saying that, and in this ad, let me spin something by you. So a lot of people are in love with these Teslas and shit. I believe in electric, the power of electric, and I love the efficiency, but I don't fuck with Elon Musk. He got a bad spirit about him. I just don't fuck with him. I fuck with his mind, his brilliance, but I don't fuck with him. And I don't fuck with the motive of creating these self-driving cars, because they're saying that these self-driving cars will drive better than us. And we know that this isn't the case. If you don't know, I'm going to put you on some game here. A lot of these self-driving cars have been crashing, and they've been killing people. And there was something in an article in particular that was put out a few months ago about a car crash and killing a guy, a Tesla crash, while it was basically driving itself. And it killed the passenger that was in there, and then the family ended up suing them because of that. So then, yeah, and I don't want to get into the logistics of why they move things to China and shit like that, but I'm just gonna say there's a lot of shit going on around self-driving cars. So they're advertising self-driving cars because they're saying the speeds and the transmission, the signals that'll be going out will be quick enough to pick up on traffic lights. Will be quick enough to detect what's coming ahead of them. Will be quick enough to halt and just stop when it needs to stop. Be quick enough to just kind of like even navigate routes. You know what I'm saying? You know, we use Waze and shit, navigate the routes and stuff quicker. So they're advertising it in this way. And I want to go over the pros before I go over the cons. They're talking about it has lower signal interference. And I want to talk about this in particular, because signal, right, it's essential to any type of connection that you have with anything, whether it be direct connection, whether it be over, wireless. I mean, signal is crucial. So they're saying lower signal interference, which basically means quicker speed times and load times and whatnot. So essentially, and let me smile a little bit because I be getting serious about this shit. This shit got my mind fucked up. I don't know if it got your mind fucked up. But essentially, the signals, there will be less interference, because there's going to need to be more fucking antennas all over the place, because 5G, unlike 4G, can't travel through walls and shit. So that means that each home, if you're looking to boost yourself to 5G, right, because they always want you to spend money. Let me tell you this right off the bat. They want you to implement a small home antenna. They're going to be putting all kinds of programs and incentives for you to implement and buy a small 5G, a small 5G home antenna on your house. Your neighbor to do the same thing. Your whole neighborhood to probably do the same thing. Your whole fucking city, your whole fucking state to do the same thing, basically. So the entire neighborhood is basically being enveloped in whatever this radiation or EMF, you know what they say, electromagnetic field is emitting, right? And so with this type of frequency, you're going to see a lot of bodily and feel a lot of bodily changes in yourself, around yourself, and the people around you and whatnot. And I'm going to get to that very soon. But yeah, they're going to advertise this as being a revolutionary thing, of being quicker than ever, of having low signal interference, of being 100 times to 200 times faster than 4G. They're moving the response time. 4G was at 200 milliseconds, and then I believe 5G is down to responding within 1 millisecond, which is absolutely ridiculous in the tech world. That shit is mind blowing and astonishing. But at the same time, I'm gonna talk about why that's a fucking problem. All right. And so I want to start off by saying that 5G is projected to be pushed out March 2020. I probably should have started the video with that. So March 2020 is when we can expect for them to be pushing these antennas into Best Buys and all the major stores, Targets, all the shit, having all kinds of incentive programs. Buy a fucking 5G antenna today, put it on your house, and we'll give you $1,000. All kinds of shit. basically to get you equipped for the new phones and shit and the new signal that is going to be pushed to devices. And not only will that signal be stronger, but so will the signal being emitted from your device, by the way. So I'm going to talk about what this leads to. And I want to talk about it first from the standpoint of physical consequences of implementing this shit and the harms to your body, to your environment, to everything that you ever known and cared about, nature, all the shit, because all we do is fuck up nature with this new technology. The shit is fucked up. I work in tech, but I'm like, God damn. And AI and robots and shit, and even in the part of the industry that I'm in, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so some side effects you can expect from 5G: oxidative damage. You can expect cancer, premature aging. It disrupts cell metabolism. You can expect like major effects over time as 5G is implemented. You're going to see more blindness, hearing loss, skin cancers, male infertility, and thyroid issues. And these all have to do with the growing, the hormones, and like, of course, you know, like the cellular production, the cellular reproduction, the cellular repair within your body, which is the most crucial part of yourself when you're looking to move forward in life and you're looking to actually have a sustainable future. So these are some of the major side effects of 5G. This is not being made up, actually, and this is where I'm gonna give you some sources. So on interestingendeering.com or .org, it's a website. You can search Interesting Engineering. There's an article they pushed out about 5G, pros, cons, all the shit. And it's in the article, it says that over 200 scientists in 40 different countries appealed to the United Nations for urgent action to reduce the EMF, electromagnetic field exposure emitted from wireless sources. So when 5G came out, there has been 40 different countries that said, hell the fuck no. Usually Europe, a lot of European countries are the ones to lead the way in terms of better foods, cleaner air, you know, cleaner environment. America's like, gimme, because we have very, very short attention spans out here. Actually, I believe the attention span went down like by 2 seconds or some shit. So we're down to an attention span of like 8 seconds because social media gives us instant gratification and we're just so used to skipping over shit and all kinds of things. And that's a whole different topic that I'll get to. But I just want to focus solely on the fact that over 215 scientists are saying hell no to 5G. Over 40 different countries are saying hell no to 5G. 5G is showing results of cancer, and a lot of the cancer that is being reported from 5G technology is coming from 5G technology that is already implemented in your local fucking airport. That's right. So a lot of where you can find 5G and the side effects of 5G will be in airport fucking workers. I watched some YouTube videos and YouTube interviews where people have interviewed people who have actually legitimately gotten cancer from 5G technologies, like the little scanners that they have you go in, basically. And those people are working there, the TSA people are working there, checking bags, doing all kinds of shit next to that EMF, that radiation there. And this is millimeter, and I want you to know what it's called. It's millimeter wave technology, or millimeter wave. So anytime that you have 5G on you, some type that 5G signal, not 5G connection in your phones, any wireless devices that you have in your car and shit, that shit can push out fucking cancer like this, premature aging like this, especially over time, disrupt your cellular metabolism like this. That shit's not right. And we gotta think. I don't know if a lot of you guys heard of Agenda 21. But in Agenda 21, and there's legitimate documents and whatnot, and I'm sure you can go on WikiLeaks and find some information about this, even YouTube and Google, and look up Agenda 21. They're looking to reduce the population by 50%. If I'm looking to reduce the population by 50%, I'm going to target what people use most, which is wireless devices. And I'm going to give them these connections and these signals and require more of these signals, right? And stronger radiation points to make these people sick, to reduce the population. Cancer is expected to quadruple, I believe, by the year 2050. Quadruple. How the fuck can you predict numbers in something such as cancer? And it blows my mind because we're just letting this shit slide. These articles come out, and we're always, like I always say, the conspiracy is theorists are usually 10 years ahead. The general masses is usually 10 years late. So I'm here to put you on game. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. The shit may not be the funnest thing to you, and I'm not here to fucking entertain you. I'm here to spit the fucking truth. Whether you piss you off or whatever, whether you get that new 5G phone or whatever, just know that if you got a 5G phone, I probably ain't sitting right next to you. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm not getting one of those fucked up antennas on my house. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna dictate that shit to me. But yeah, and when you think about it, it makes sense when you're thinking about cellular metabolism and DNA structure and things like that. You got to think of the nerve damage and shit that comes with it. So yes, blindness is a real possibility, especially when you're looking at blue lights and you're already taking in so much radiation. Hearing loss is a real possibility, especially when you're taking in these different sounds, and these frequency waves, these sounds are emitted and your body translated into a vibration, and it actually moves. Your body can feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. And for a lot of people out there with melanin like me, a lot of black people, we need to watch out the most, because our melanin picks up on the sounds and the vibrations at a much deeper level because our organs are denser. You know what I'm saying? Our blood is thicker. The shit is different. We have more muscular structure. We really gotta watch out for this shit. The shit will fuck you up. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this 5G technology from that standpoint, because the shit is fucked up. This shit is, that's why I'm like, my video is titled "Fuck 5G Technology." I want you to hear both sides. I want you to hear what the fuck they're gonna tell you. Like, it's quicker speeds on your cell phone, quicker Facebook profiles, quicker Instagram shit, is quicker times on your video game, quicker times on your YouTube videos. Really worth it? Is it really worth the skin cancer? Is it really worth the radiation? Is it really worth fucking up the environment? I mean, if your body can't handle it, imagine the fucking plants and the trees outside. We got to think we're all living things and creatures and beings. You know, we're all absorbing and exchanging with each other, and we need to respect that shit. And my next video is actually going to be on solutions to this 5G fucking pandemic, because it is a pandemic. They will be implementing all kinds of antennas all over the fucking place, and they're trying to make it so that wireless connections are easier to control. There's a sense of singularity there. And Snowden actually did an interview, and he was talking about surveillance and the dangers of surveillance, because he said in surveillance, you know, anything that you post, anything that you shared can and will basically be used against you. You can always flip the script on what somebody's saying. If they're constantly talking about their moods and they're changing their moods and they're creating stories and dialogues and pictures and all kinds of shit, you can create suspicion, and suspicion is what creates a criminal. So by putting more antennas, right, on your house and in your streets and in your cities, you're creating a big surveillance zone. And I know net neutrality is a big controversy. You know what I'm saying? Where censorship is in mass. They're, especially Facebook, Google, all these billionaire motherfuckers controlling shit, YouTube, all the shit. We better enjoy it while it lasts, because all they're gonna do is start limiting our shit more and more, taking down our videos more and more, taking down the truth more and more. You know what I'm saying? Especially as we get these antennas, there will truly be no privacy any fucking where at any point in time. There's no way there's gonna be privacy or any of that shit. And it's something to think about. That's a dangerous fucking zone to be in. My name is Revolutionary Nightmare for a reason. I mean, I will tell you some of the shit that you've been dreaming about, but I'm gonna spit that fucking harsh reality all fucking day. Because believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to be the bitter pill here. Sometimes we need a bitter pill to basically, because the bitter pill can, you know, actually produce the fucking cure. So I'm not here to sit here and lie to you and joke to you about 5G. You know, I work in technology, and I wouldn't put the antennas and shit in my house. You know what I'm saying? On my roof, or want to be next to a neighbor that has that shit in their house. There's literally stories, and let me tell you the story. So there's literally interviews and stories where people are working at the airports. Over time, they get sick. They've been working there 10 years. They end up getting sick. They end up getting cancer because they were healthy, right? They just noticed that after every now and then, their body feel like it's on fire. And one of the things is that millimeter wave technology It's like microwaves. It will literally fry your brain and the inside of your body and your cells. So it will make your body literally mimic like it's hot, like this heat is on fire. Your whole arms, your feet, whatever will be on fire. And that's some of the symptoms that you kind of learn is this burning sensation. You know what I'm saying? Then it might be you might feel like your appetite has changed. You know what I'm saying? You might notice something different physically on you. But usually it's internally because it's frying you. That's why they say don't walk around with your your phones by your crotch and all kind of shit. Think about male fertility. That's all it's doing is burning up. You know what I'm saying? Your balls and shit. You know, your womb is burning up the fucking eggs and shit. That's what they want you to do. That's why they created these pockets where they are and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And we really got to be careful because they're trying to make the shit more convenient. When they try and make shit more convenient, that's more of a mechanism and a ways to destroy you. So I want to talk about 5G from that angle. Fuck 5G technology. This shit is fucked up. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know how you feel about this. And comment and let me know what it is, what other information that I may have missed about 5G if I gave some misinformation or whatnot, because I want to make sure that people are getting the right information. And I want people to know that this is a serious thing. This is something that we all need to be looking to get rid of and become more aware of as time goes along, because March 2020 is right around the fucking corner. And they already made plans to put this all over your neighborhood, your streets, all kind of shit, by your farms where your local produce is coming from. This is a problem. So yeah, you know, I want to end this video on a more positive note though, because there are things that you can do. Like I said, my next video is going to be solutions to the 5G technology issue. Still fuck 5G technology, and there are ways to combat what is happening. Excuse me. Military tactics, tactics for revolution, things like that is what I'm interested in. That's kind of what I do. You know, that's why I say Revolutionary Nightmare is fitting. I ain't nothing like you ever seen, and probably won't ever be something like you ever seen. Constantly evolving. Know that things are constantly changing and evolving, and the first step to anything is awareness. Is this good? Is this bad? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't kind of box it in black or white because everything has its pros and cons. But overall, is it worth it? Especially as you look at things over time. That's what we need to be looking at. But yeah, I'm going to keep it on the 5G topic. I think that's about all I wanted to share with you. Yeah, I take notes and whatnot. I want to just say shout out to everybody that supported me since day one. I know there's some people on here that probably viewed my videos and whatnot that have been supporting since day one. So shout out to you. It's a new YouTube channel. I'm trying to get some videos up. I'm trying to get some content out. Let me know what you want to hear or see next. Let me know if you're feeling the video. Let me know if you're feeling the swagger. If you're not, you know, it's cool too. I can only be myself and do my own thing. So, you know what I'm saying? We all got to be ourselves, do our own thing. So love yourself for yourself. Treat yourself better. Become aware. Stay woke, as they say, or as I say in this moment in time. But yeah, peace everybody. You already know what it is.